Where it began for me was actually through the GRLI, and I was part of the core group that helped to get that going. In that process, we did break into groups, one of which was to look at ethics in a sort of fairly wide and deep way, and Nick was one of the, Nick Ellerby was one of the participants, and at a very, very early stage it was Nick at his most engaging. The sort of emergence of whole person learning, which was still quite new within BIOS, was talked about, and so the invitation went out, would you like to know more, to GRLI members, and I said I absolutely did want to know more, and so a couple of years, it took about 2 years actually I think to put it together. We finally all ended up in Boston Spa. I was I've been involved in a lot of development processes, and I've also I have a real interest in the human being and how to be productive and happy and do the right thing on this planet. So I thought I was sort of quite well versed, but intrigued. So that's why I came, and I was startled, I think is probably the way to put it. As it happens, very helpfully startled. And I suppose this is how, if you like, how I've tried to put it into practice. So what did I learn, and how have I put it into practice in my own little way? And I'm by absolutely no means an expert, but I'm trying. And so, you know, self-reflection, thinking about yourself and what are you good at, and certainly in terms of feedback that I've had from a lot of people working in business for a long time, is that what people value me for, some of the time anyway, is that I am quite good at seeing wood from trees, and so when there's a dilemma or a conflict or an anxiety, I'm quite good at listening in and helping people sort of sort it out. And so, and in addition, I have a sort of, I actually do have a sort of a care for human beings. So although I can come across sometimes as a bit of a rough and tumble business guy, I actually do have a genuine other side. So what I have learned is that whilst that value that I have in me is in fact helpful, it is still positive and it is still helpful, if I over-exercise that value of wanting to help people understand, caring for them in times of anxiety, if I over-exercise that strength, it actually disempowers the people that I'm thinking I'm helping. And so how do I hold myself in the moment at the time of great anxiety? How do I hold myself still open? How do I make sure that I don't stifle comment or indeed withdraw and simply say, well, I can't play here, so why don't I go somewhere else? And trying to do that in practice is not easy, but that's what I'm learning. And ever since that workshop, it's with me actually pretty well every day. And I find myself in situations all the time, and I'm so pleased that I had this opportunity to be involved in learning more. I think I'm trivializing it. I think I'm making it sound terribly simple, and actually it possibly is very simple, but it's amazing how we sort of, stumble around thinking we're doing the right thing, but, we're not always. So that's probably enough.